Hey guys, I hope you are doing well, and in this video we will learn about intent in Android. At the same time we will learn different type of intents also. So let's look at the what is intent. Basically, an intent is a simple message object that is used to communicate between Android components. These components can be anything like activity, content providers, broadcast receivers, and services. Okay, mainly there are two uses of intent: to transfer data between different activities, and we can start a new activity by using intent also. And it has two types: explicit intents and implicit intents. Now, how these intents are different from one another? In explicit intent, we explicitly provide the specific component to perform the task. For example, here I mentioned second activity will perform the task. On the other side, in implicit intent, we do not specify the component to perform the task. We just provide the task. For example, here I mentioned I want to open road2code.org website, but I didn't mention by using which browser I want to open that. In such a cases, operating system will provide us a choice. Then user has to select by using which browser or which activity or by using which application he or she want to perform the task. Let's move towards the implementation part. Let me remove this text view because there is no use of it, and I am adding one button. Let me set the constraints from the top and horizontally center and vertically center. Okay, then let's set one sample id like btn second, because after clicking this button we will move towards the second activity. So I have given id as a button second activity. Then just change the text of that button, that is second activity. After clicking this button, new activity will launch. For that we will need new activity. To create a new activity, right click on the package name, then go to new menu, then activity, and inside the activity select empty activity. After that this pop-up will open where we can provide activity name. Here I am providing second activity. Then quickly hit that finish button and wait for some time to Gradle build. And now we are ready with both the activities. This is the second activity and this is the first. So when we will click on this button, this second activity will open. I am adding one text view here just for the sample purpose, so that we can identify new activities launched. Okay, here I am giving one text, that is this is a second activity. Yeah, that's it for the design part. Now we need to handle click listener on this button, because after clicking this button we will invoke new activity by using intent. Now here I am declaring one Kotlin variable of button type, because the button which we designed it is in XML part and we will perform the different tasks in the Kotlin. For that we need to bind it, and we will bind it in the on create. Okay, like this, btn second activity equals to find view by id, and here we will pass the id of that button, because it will find from the views, and views means whatever the design we created by XML. and let me show you the id of this button. Let me scroll it to top. Yeah, this is the id of this button, and we are passing this id here. So btn second activity variable will automatically find that we are talking about the button which is created in the xml. And now here we pass the on click listener. It means whenever we will click that button, it will invoke this code block. And this is the most important part. This is how we create the intent. Intent equals to intent. This is the constructor, and here we need two parameters. First one is context of the current application, and second parameter is in which activity we want to redirect or which activity should be invoked. And here I am mentioning second activity. It means we want to launch second activity, and then call the function called start activity in which we will pass intent. So actions defined by intent we are passing into start activity, and it will invoke the second activity. Okay, so this activity will be launched after clicking that button. Let me quickly run this application, and here you can see application is launched. Now let me click on this button, that is second activity, and let's see what happens. After clicking on this button, you can see the second activity is launched. Here is written this is a second activity which is actually text view. Okay, so now we are done with the first part, how we can launch new activity by using intent. This was a very simple task. Now let's move towards the next part, that is passing data into the activity. How we can pass the data into activity? For that, here we will need something to take a input from user. Okay, now let me redefine this design. I have removed the constraint of this button from the top, and I am adding one text view. Inside the text view we will take a input from data, and that data will be transferred to the second activity. We will pass this data into second activity by using intent. Okay, I am just setting the constraints of this edit text, which is very simple. And if you don't know, you can watch the previous videos of this Android development series. Let me remove the constraint of bottom, and from the top I am setting constraint 100. Okay, yeah. Now here we will provide id for the edit text, that is et name, and there is a one text which is already added, and I want to remove that because we don't want to show it when it will be launched. Okay, and I'm providing hint, that is enter data, so it will be shown in a very diminished manner inside the text view. Yeah, that's it for the design part. And what we are going to do, when actually user will click on this button, then at the same time we will take input from that text, edit text, and we will pass it into the new activity. And here I declared one edit text type of variable, that is et name, and I'm binding it here by passing id. Et name equals to find view by id, and here we will pass id of that edit text. Similarly, we binded the button in the previous part. And now here is the important part, intent dot put extra. It means we are providing extra information to the intent, and it will be in the key value pair form. The key is data and its value will be et name dot text, means dot text to string. So it will be in the string format. Whatever the input data we provided in the et text, it will be passed to the second activity intent. and then we will fetch the similar data. Instead of similar, we can say same data, exact same data into the second activity. How? And that date we will show that data into this text view. So let me increase the size of this text view, that is 30 density pixels. And again we will need to set one id, yeah, that is tv data. And again we will bind this text view inside the second activity, because the data will be passed from the main activity and we will receive that data from the intent inside the second activity, and then we will set that data to this text view. I think this is quite interesting stuff for the beginners. tv, and yeah, I am here binding tv data equals to find view by id r dot id dot tv data. It is the id of that text view, and we will set the data to this text view. Okay, how? tv dot text equals to intent intent dot intent dot get string extra, yeah. And here we will pass the key of data, because we will fetch that data by using key, and whatever the input we will provide inside the text view, it will be visible here. Okay, let's run this application again. Let's see what happens. Here I will provide one simple text abc, and after that we will click on the second activity, and we can see the same data on the second activity. And this is how we can pass data between two activities. It can be anything, like here I am passing 1 to 3, and again it will show the same data 1 to 3. And this is how actually we pass the data between two activities. Till this point we were talking about explicit intents. Now let's talk about implicit intent. For the implicit intent, we are taking example of action view, where we will pass one URL as our destination, and our operating system will give us choice by which browser we should perform the task. But it can be different for the different actions. Let's say we are using a calling action. In that case, our operating system will give us choice by using which application you want to perform the action call. To call implicit intent, again we will need one new button. For that, I am adding one button here, and let's pass constraints from the top, left and right, so that it will position itself in a good manner. And again constraint from top 50, and it's time to give it some id, that is btn implicit, just for the binding purpose in the class. And change the text as open website. It can be anything, there are plenty examples of implicit intents, but for now we are using this example. And let's again declare one btn button type of variable, that is btn implicit. And now inside the on create we will bind it with the button by id. So btn implicit equals to find view by id, and there we will pass the id of that button. that is btn implicit. And now we will set the on click listener on this button in the same way at which we did for button second activity. So here I passed btn implicit dot set on click listener. So when user will click on implicit button, at that time we will create a new intent like this intent. Then intent, it is a constructor in which we will pass. Now uh, keep it in mind, we are creating explicit intent. So the first parameter will be type of intent, that is action view, means we are going to view something. And then the data for which we are going to look up in the different applications, that is URI dot parse. And here I am mentioning one URL, that is road to code dot org. And then we will call the simple method, that is start activity, and in that activity we will pass the intent. This is the very similar for the explicit intent, but here we are not mentioning destination, means by using which application this website should open. So the operating system will give us choice by using which browser you want to open it. This is the basic difference between explicit intent and implicit intent. Okay, so let's run this application and see what happens. Mm, yeah, application is launched and now I am clicking on open website button. In the case of my emulator, I think it will directly open the website in the Chrome, because now our mobile has only one application, that is Chrome. But if there are different applications are available, like different browsers which are able to perform the same action, in a such a cases it gives us option. Okay, by the way, this road to code website is very good to learn Android development. You can visit this website. And that's it for the intents.